All right, good morning and welcome to this active flow and breath work. My name is Brian and I'm delighted to be back. It's been a minute or two since I've been here. I want to shout out to everyone who was kind enough to cover for me while I've been away. I want to shout out to all of you who have been attending while I've been away. Thank you for holding the space and holding it together. Today's practice is going to be a exploration of mindful movement to sort of unlock the mind-body connection. So we want to deal, as we do here in Veterans Yoga Project, with our um, challenges, our anxieties, our insecurities, our post-traumatic stress, our inability or our ability to manage the present moment effectively. And the tools that we use here of breath, mindful movement, guided rest, meditation, and gratitude are designed to help us to do that, to understand our relationship to the present moment and be able to regulate ourselves with respect to that. So we teach from the perspective of our first guiding principle, which is support precedes action. So find your supports. Take a moment to root into your current situation. So find a supported posture, whatever that looks like for you, whatever that form that takes for you. Take a moment to bring yourself into that. And then feel into your supports. So that would be the places where your body is in contact with something, the floor, the chair, the seat, the wall, the cushion, whatever it is that where your body is touching, that physical sensation of connection. Turn your awareness to that. Feel into that physical sensation of connection. And imagine you could root into those places. As you could extend roots through those parts of your body that are touching something, down into the earth below, holding you secure. And then as you root down, lengthen through the side body, lengthen through the crown, lengthen through the spine. Experiment with tucking the chin to feel that release at the back of the neck. And then keeping yourself elongated and aligned, feel into the shift that happens in your torso when the spine elongates and aligns. And then from this rooted, supported posture, I invite you to turn your awareness to your breath and begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils, following your inhalation into your body, wherever it may go in your body. Just notice, where does the breath go on the inhale? And then stay right there and notice what occurs on the exhale. And exhaling completely, inhaling fully, and just noticing what it is like to breathe in this moment from a grounded and supported place. Observe the effect of breathing in your body, in your mind, in your soul, perhaps. And as you find yourself here in this grounded, supported posture, on your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to a heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. So maybe you have your hands over your heart, left hand over the right. Maybe you have your palms pressing Anjali Mudra and thumbs resting lightly on the breastbone. Whatever brings awareness to your heart space, feel into the heat of the hands against the chest. Feel into the beat of the heart beneath the hands. And then notice how the rhythm of the heart begins to align with the rhythm of the breath. From this heart-centered space, I invite you to allow to arise in your heart space gratitude. Any one thing for which you are grateful this morning. Maybe for you today, it's just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever it is that arises when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to see that clearly in your mind's eye. And if you choose to, I invite you to anchor your gratitude there in your heart space and hold it there for the duration of our practice today. And then having established support, having come into the present moment, having allowed gratitude to arise, I'll invite us, if we choose to, individually and collectively, to set an intention for your practice today. Perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhalation, or to just keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space. And whatever your intention is, I invite you now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice, as if it is already done. And then listening as the echoes of your intention reverberate in your being, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop towards your grateful and intentional heart and offer a benediction to seal your intention as I say, Namo, Namaste. And then release the hands, lift the chin. Switch your cross if you need to. Not used to sitting for a period of time like this. Switch your cross to find a comfortable seated posture. If you weren't sitting, if you were in a different posture, take a moment to find a supported seated posture. We're going to do a little breath work here, just a couple minutes of activating breath to energize ourselves, and then a couple minutes of balancing breath to balance that out before we move into our movement practice. And so let me actually get this set for, there we go. Okay. All right. So our practice of activation on the breath will be a bellows or Bhastrika breath, and inhaling through both nostrils and exhaling through both nostrils. So in and out through the nostrils, full inhalation, complete exhalation. If you choose to, you can utilize the diaphragm, pumping the belly a little bit on the exhale, pulling the diaphragm back and down, belly button toward the spine on the exhale, and then releasing the diaphragm to feel the inhale come. Remembering, of course, that the inhale and exhale are equal in length and in volume and intensity. So while we tend to emphasize the exhale with the pulling of the diaphragm, we want to make sure that we're equally breathing. Don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. Just a simple practice. Now, if you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle, please do not pump your diaphragm. Please just simply take long, deep inhales. And then we're going to be here for a series of 1 minute each. And hand placement will be the first placement. The thumb and forefinger will come together. The palms will be on the knees. Palms up if you feel you need inspiration. If you feel you need a little more grounding, turn the palms down, maybe even let the fingers tips to the ground. That's our first hand position. So let us find that hand position. Bring the arms, lengthen the spine. Let's take a cleansing breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale to prepare. And begin your breath. Now you will find your breath rhythm and your pace that is appropriate for you. We're not all the same. Everyone's breath rhythm is different. And so you may want to align with what you can perhaps hear from me, but most importantly, you want to align with what feels right for you. I'm doing about a 1 breath per second here, but you may find that you need to go a little faster or a little slower. You can find your own rhythm and your own pace, because it is your breath and it is your practice. You are in the privacy of your own space by design. Feel into your own practice here. Now, if you choose to, continuing that breath for the next movement, if you choose to, you're going to take the hands out from the shoulders, palms up. Now, at any time, if your arm and hand position is interfering with your breath, you simply bring your hands back to your lap, to your knees, and just focus on the breath. This is a breath practice. The movement of the arms just enhances or helps to center the breath in a particular area of the body. The important thing is that you're breathing and that you're conscious of your breathing. Be right there with each inhale and with each exhale. Body is very still. Awareness is on the breath in the nostrils. Focus is at the brow point if the eyes are closed. or just beyond the tip of the nose if the eyes are narrowed. Now, continuing this breath, if you like, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. And we'll feel into this last hand position for this particular breath. Very steady, very still. Our goal in our practice is always to be calm, steady, focused on the breath, and moving within our own body. Noticing your experience and the effect of your experience on your mind state. Simply breathing in and out. Last 10 seconds here. Take a full inhale. Gently retain this breath while lifting at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart. Relaxing the shoulders, tucking the chin, pressing the palms, feeling this presence very still here. And then when you are ready, release the hands to the knees, thumb and forefinger lightly touching, release the breath. Release any holding or clenching, just be still and notice what has shifted for you in that simple 3-minute practice. Maybe you feel a little energized, maybe you feel a little activated, maybe not. Just notice what you do feel. Be present with yourself. All right. Okay. Now we're going to balance that activation with a balancing breath. So we're going to breathe in what we call the box breath, and I will talk us through it as we go forward. We're simply breathing in and out through the nostrils. I will establish for the first couple of rounds a 5-count inhale and exhale. You may find that that works for you. You may find that you want to adjust that to your own count. That's absolutely okay. It is your breath. So it'll feel and look like this. Let's take a cleansing breath to prepare full inhalation. Complete exhale. And then breathing in, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slight pause at the top, and then exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slight pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slight pause, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slight pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slight pause, continue at your own pace, your own rhythm, inhaling, pausing at the top, exhaling, pausing at the bottom. Find your rhythm, your pace. Be in your breath, in your practice. Now, continuing that breath, if you choose, at the top of your inhale, you might do a retention for that same or less, slightly less. So I'll cue a couple of those just so you might feel into it. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Continuing that pattern, finding your own rhythm. Maybe your retain is not quite as long. If you feel that any of this retention begins to interfere with your breath cycle, just go back to breathing in and breathing out. Boxing breath is a very balancing breath. Find the rhythm that works for you. Feel into that rhythm and just be in your breath. Now, if you choose, you may wish to add a little retention at the bottom of the exhale, and that will look like this. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue your own rhythm, your own pace. And again, if the retention, particularly at the bottom, sometimes challenging to hold the breath out, that begins to interfere with your rhythm, just simply go back to breathing in and breathing out. Just aware of the breath, fully present for yourself and your experience, settling in. Maybe you notice the breath gets quiet. Maybe not. Just notice what's happening for you. Let your next iteration be your last iteration of this particular pattern, so that as you complete your exhale and or your holding the breath out, as you complete this next round, go ahead and release. Take a full inhale, a complete exhale. Settle in, allow everything to just be. Notice your experience. And again, notice the difference, what shifted for you, where and what has changed in your experience of the moment as a result of this practice of conscious breathing. Let's take a full inhale, a complete exhale, and then come around to your mat. And we'll begin our movement practice. We're going to do about, let me check the time here. We're going to do about 20 or 25 minutes of movement here, just to kind of feel into getting ourselves awakened in line. So let's come into a tabletop posture. So the knees will be underneath the hips. And the hands will be underneath the shoulders. And we'll just find our feet, tops of the feet pressed into the mat, toes extended to the bottom mat, fingers extended to the top, lengthen through the crown of the head. And then just push our hips back toward our heels and find an extended child's pose. Go ahead and release your head. Maybe you want to use your block here to support your head, maybe not. Just take a moment here to feel into just this release. Where lower back is relaxed, shoulder girdle is relaxed, crown is relaxed, maybe a little massage side to side on the forehead, temple to temple. Feeling into this. And then we're going to just move in really conscious awareness here. So no need to rush anything. We're already here. There's nowhere to go, nowhere we need to be. On your inhale, see if you can align your movement with your breath. Inhale back into that tabletop posture, lengthening through the crown and the hips. Feel the side body long. And then exhale, just let your hips come down and forward into a modified plank. Just feel into that for a breath or two. Breathing in and breathing out. If you find this puts undue pressure on your wrists, go ahead and move your wrists out a little bit, or you can do a couple of things. You can make fists, turning your thumbs to the top of your mat. Takes a little pressure off the wrists. You can come to your elbows, or you can use your blocks that support you and come up a little higher. And sometimes that helps. So you find what works for you. We're just experimenting with where we are in our bodies at this moment. So the hips in a modified plank, breathing in, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, press back into your tabletop. Inhale, get long through the crown and the hips. Side body lengthens. Exhale, press back into a downward face. Into your child's pose, extended child's pose. Take a breath here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale into your table, long crown. Exhale into your modified plank. Inhale into your table. Exhale into your extended child's pose. Couple more of those at your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. This time, as you press back into your child's pose, go ahead and release your hands back by your feet, palms up, and relax your shoulder girdle. This is your full expression of child's pose. Feel into this. On your inhale, take your hands long. Walk the fingertips out a little bit. Feel that extension underneath the arms. And then inhale to your tabletop posture. Take a moment here to roll over the ball, the right foot, and extend the right heel back. Press into the ball, the right foot, and the right heel, pressing back through that heel to feel lengthened leg. Keeping the hips level, lift the right heel level with the buttocks. Press the toes away, lengthen through the crown. Feel that length. Now, take a moment here. Maybe you lift your leg a little bit higher on the inhale. And then on the exhale, bring that right foot to the outside of your right hand, the toes slightly angled off the mat. And then press the left hip back over the knee. So the tendency is for the hips to come forward. Keep that left hip over the left knee. The hips are back. And just feel into that opening in the right hip. And you can play with this a little bit, maybe roll a little bit to the outside edge of your right foot. Maybe walk your right foot out a little bit further, maybe not. Just feeling into this. Take a breath here. Lengthen through the crown. Make sure you're staying long through the spine. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale here. As you exhale, go ahead and bring that right foot back behind you. Bring the right knee down. Come back into your tabletop posture. Inhale, roll over the ball of the left foot. Press into the ball of the left foot and back through the left heel. Get long through the left leg. Lengthen through the crown. Feel that length. Feel how length provides the opportunity for space to occur. Inhale, lift the left heel level with the hips. Press the toes away. Breathe here. Inhaling. Exhaling. On your inhale, maybe take the left foot a little higher, maybe not. And then on your exhale, bring the left foot outside the left hand, left toes slightly angled off the mat. And then press into the left heel and then check your right hip. Press that right hip back up over the knee. If you're like me, you tend to come forward, so you want to align here. Once you have that right hip over the knee, the hips level, then go ahead and maybe experiment with rolling to the outside of the left foot or moving the left foot into a slightly different position, feeling into that opening in the left hip, breathing in. I'm going to breathe here for a moment to open that hip. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, take that left foot back. Drop the left knee down. Release there. Go ahead and curl the toes and press into both balls of the feet and back through both heels. So feeling as you press into the fingertips and the heel of the palm, as you press into the ball of the foot and the heel of the foot, you may feel the knees begin to lift. Continuing to press, lift the hips toward the ceiling, keeping the knees bent, release the crown toward the mat. As your crown moves toward the mat, as your chest and stomach move back toward your thighs, go ahead and begin to release the heels down, maybe even straightening the legs. This is your downward dog. Take a full inhale here. A complete exhale here. Bend one knee and press back through the opposite heel. Notice you get a little maybe extra length, maybe not. And breathe into this. Now remember, in our work here is mindful movement. So we're not in any hurry. And there's nowhere we need to go. And we're just trying to be into what is happening in this particular moment, in this particular posture. We're not trying to be in what's coming next. We're not still doing what we did before. We're just here feeling into what is happening here. On your inhale, switch the knees, bend the opposite knee, press back to the opposite heel. So there's no focus in our work on exotic postures or trying to achieve some level of flexibility that we think we are supposed to have. Our process is one of being present fully for whatever is happening in this day, in this moment, in this body, on this mat, in this posture. Take a breath here. Bend both knees. Lift the hips a little higher. Maybe drop the head a little lower and then release both heels down. Downward facing dog. Full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhale. Look up between the hands. As you exhale, just gently walk your feet, little baby steps, little elephant steps. Bring your feet between your hands, coming into a forward fold. Release your head, release your hands. Maybe use a block if you need support. Maybe your hands don't reach the floor. Maybe just brace against your thighs or your shins or your ankles. Just letting go, letting that forehead come toward the shins, letting the hips rise toward the ceiling, pressing into the heels a little bit to balance the weight because our body is forward. Weight tends to move toward the toes. So aligning and balancing the weight and just being in this forward fold. Now the head is below the heart. And so the normal gravitational pull is to keep the blood flowing from the head to the heart. Now that the head is below the heart, gravity is supporting the flow of the blood from the heart to the head.
Beautiful work here. Maybe get bracing, maybe grab opposite elbow in front of, or behind the legs, feeling how that supports. Maybe a little more lift in the hips and straightening of the legs, maybe not. Breathing here, full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. On the exhale, if you're bracing, release the elbows, release the hands. Bring the hands to the shins. Press the palms against the shins. As you inhale, straighten the arms. That'll support lifting the torso flat or parallel with the mat. Breathe in behind your heart. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here, supported, flat back. Exhale here, release the hands, release the head. Feel into that forward fold. Now bend your knees and feel how your weight settles into the heels and feet, keeping the weight rooted into the heels and feet. Slowly begin to roll your torso upright. One vertebra at a time. Saving the head and neck for last. The shoulders will naturally roll up and down as the torso comes upright. The chin will come parallel with the mat. The fingers will extend toward the floor. The crown will get long, and you will feel perhaps that reversal of blood flow. You'll now notice how all that blood is draining from the head back to the heart. Feel into your feet balanced on the mat. Adjust as you need to, little micro adjustments to feel that weight balancing in your feet, lengthening out of the side leg, out of the side body, out of the crown. On your inhale, take your arms up high. Press the palms together. Now, if your hands don't touch, that's absolutely okay. Just have your arms up. If your hands touch, maybe interlace the fingers, steeple the point the index finger. Move your thumbs towards the wall behind you so that your biceps lightly touch or frame your ears, or somewhere in the vicinity of the same zip code, perhaps, same area code, perhaps. Inhale, get long through the fingertips. Press into the feet as you exhale. Just let your body lean to the left, wherever it might go. Now, it'll go to a certain place, and then you'll begin to feel things. Just be there. From that place, inhale, get long through the fingertips out of both arms, and exhale. Maybe there's a little more space, maybe not. It doesn't matter, just breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. On your inhale, come back to center and get long through the fingertips. Check your biceps, framing your ears. On your exhale, lean to your right. And again, just go where the body allows. And then when you reach that point, inhale long out of both arms and exhale. Maybe there's a little space, maybe not. No forcing, no stress, no strain, no overexertion. We're just in the practice. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your inhale, come back to center, get long. And then maybe you let your hands float back. Your head comes back. Maybe a slight back bend. It's early, maybe not. Maybe no back bend. Breathing here, full inhale. Exhale, maybe a little space created, maybe not. A full inhale here. A complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Release the interlacing of the fingers. And as you exhale, bring the hands through prayer as you hinge at the hips and come back into that forward fold. Releasing the hands, releasing the head. Full inhale here, lift the hips. Full exhale here, let the forehead come toward the shins. Forward fold. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, brace the palms and shins if you like, or just bring yourself to a flat back, breathing in behind the heart. Exhale, release the head, release the hands, bend the knees. Inhale, roll up, reverse swan dive, one vertebra at a time. Head and neck come up, arms come up. Exhale, release the hands down, roll the shoulders, take a breath as the fingers extend toward the mat. This is your mountain posture. Feeling into your connection with your heart space, check in with your gratitude and your intention. On your inhale, take your arms high, interlace the fingers. On the exhale, let the body fall to the right. On the inhale, come back to center, get long. On the exhale, let the body fall to the left. On the inhale, come back to center, get long. On the exhale, let the body fall back, back bend. On the inhale, come back to center. On the exhale, release the hands through prayer and hinge forward, forward, fold. On the inhale, come to a flat back, breathe into the heart. On the exhale, release the hands, release the head. Bend the knees slightly. On the inhale, roll up one vertebra at a time, gathering as you go. Greet the sun as you come through tall mountain. Exhale, release the hands, roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. On the inhale, the arms are high. On the exhale, we hinge and fold. On the inhale, we come to a flat back. On the exhale, we hinge and fold. Place the hands beside the feet and step the left foot back into a lunge, dropping the left knee and the top of the left foot to the mat. On the inhale, bring your hands to your knee, right hand underneath the left. Press the palms, straighten the arms, and lift the torso. On the exhale, sink into the right heel and the left knee. This is your supported low lunge. Breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Release the hands down. Frame the foot. Curl the toes and lift the left knee. Inhale. Press back through the left heel. Lengthen through the crown. Exhale here. Step your right foot back to join the left. Press the hips hip high and come into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here in down dog. Inhale to a plank. Check your hands and feet. If you had to adjust them, now you are in the correct posture and position, balanced and steady and sure. Exhale, lift the hips, release the head, downward facing dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Bring the left foot forward between the hands. Press back through the right heel and lengthen through the crown. Inhale. Exhale, drop the right knee and the top of the right foot to the mat. Inhale, bring the hands to the knee, left hand underneath the right, press the palms, straighten the arms, lift the torso. Exhale, press into the left heel and the right knee. Find your supported lunge. On this side, feel into being present. Calm, steady, focused on the breath, moving within your own body. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Breathe in here. Breathe out. A full inhalation. On the exhale, release the hands, frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the right knee and step the right foot forward to join the left. Forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, bracing if you like. Exhale, release and fold, bend the knees. Inhale, roll up, gathering as you go through tall mountain. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, we hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, right foot back to a lunge, right knee down, top of the right foot. Inhale, bring the hands through the knee. Straighten the arms and lift the torso. Exhale, sink into the left heel and right knee. Inhale, take your arms up. Maybe you interlace the fingers, maybe not. Just find your hand position. Maybe roll your eyes up, look up. Anjaneyasana. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands down through prayer. Frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the right knee. Step the left foot back to join the right, lift the hips, release the head, downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank, check your hands and feet. Exhale, press back to down dog, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward between the hands, left knee down, top of the left foot. Inhale, bring the hands to the knee, straighten the arms, lift the torso. Exhale, sink into the left knee, right heel. Inhale, take your arms up. Switch the interlace of the fingers. Maybe steeple the index finger, maybe roll your eyes up. Be here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. As you exhale, the hands come through prayer. Frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the left knee, step the left foot forward, join the right. Forward fold, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bending the knees, rolling up, inhale, rise up through tall mountain. And then exhale, release the hands, roll the shoulders, take a breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, we hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, left foot back to a lunge. Now, option to drop the left knee or keep the left knee lifted, press back through the heel. Inhale, bring the hands to prayer. Bring the hands to the knee, straighten the arms and lift the torso. Now, just take a moment here to establish this high lunge. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's see where we are. Yeah, we got. Inhale here. Exhale here. Find your balance here. On your inhale, maybe take the arms high. Maybe interlace the fingers. Maybe roll the eyes up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Let's add a twist. Exhale. Bring the hands to prayer at the chest. Lengthen on the inhale. Get long through the crown. On the exhale, rotate the torso to the right, bringing the left knee toward the right knee, left elbow toward the right knee, maybe even outside the right thigh. Pressing the palms at the chest, straightening and stacking the shoulders, breathing in. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. On the exhale, rotate the torso back to neutral, release the hands, step the right foot back to join the left, downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank, check your hands and feet. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Take a full inhale. And a complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, bring the left foot forward between the hands, press back to the right heel. Now again, option to drop the right knee in the top of the right foot. Inhale, bring the hands to the knee, left hand underneath, straighten the arms, lift the torso. Establish this balanced support in the high lunge first. Find yourself here. Pressing back through the heel, lifting the right thigh, pressing down into the left heel. Establish your balance, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, if you like, take the arms high, switch your interlace, steeple your finger, roll your eyes up. Be in this posture, full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the chest. Inhale, get long through the crown, create the space. Exhale, rotate the torso to the left. Right elbow toward the left knee. Hands stack at the chest. Shoulders align as they rotate. Maybe looking back over that left shoulder, breathing in, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. As you breathe out, rotate the torso back to center, release the hands, step the right foot forward to join the left, come into forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, root and rise. Gather as you go. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Left foot back to a lunge. Right foot back to join it. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, lower yourself to the mat. Come all the way down. Release the tops of the feet and roll to your back. Either direction, it doesn't matter. Bring yourself down onto the mat. Let your toes fall open. Let your palms come down by your hips, palms up, lengthen through the crown. Take a moment here to release, and then take a moment to provide yourself with any additional support that you may want in this final posture. Maybe you have an eye cloth. Maybe you have a blanket or a shawl. Maybe you have a bolster. Anything that might provide you perhaps 1% more support. Go ahead and avail yourself of that. And then your task here is to let go, to rest deeply and fully, to find yourself fully supported on the mat, to feel into the entire backside of your body being held and supported. Maybe you even feel the gentle hug of gravity, to feel into the release of any tension, constriction, contraction, to let go of any analysis of the practice, to release the mind from its incessant trying to understand what is happening and just allow yourself to be right here. The true at ease. Can you rest fully in this moment? Feeling into this opportunity to just release into the moment. Release any shaping of the breath, any shaping of the mind, any shaping of the body. Now, if you have one of those minds that just absolutely cannot be at rest, then I invite you to just suggest to your mind a simple task. Ask your mind to track or scan your body from your head, crown of your head, to the soles of your feet, slowly, systemically, gently, patiently, kindly. Just move your awareness from the crown down through your skull and down through your neck and down through your body, bit by bit, with a gentle curiosity, seeking to notice if and where you might have a little bit of tension or a little bit of tightness, some constriction or contraction. Just noticing. No need to do anything. Just notice. Maybe there. Maybe the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, maybe the hip. We did some hip work today, so maybe in the hips, maybe the knees, maybe the ankles. Just noticing. That's interesting. And while you're noticing, everything else is just being, just releasing, relaxing and being held, feeling into the effects. This is the integration phase of your practice. This posture is where we allow all of the energetic healing that we have generated through the movement to now move into deep into the cellular system, deep into the subtle body.
feeling into just releasing to this moment, being held here. What is it like to rest? I encourage and invite you to explore what it is like to rest in the awesome power of silence for the next minute or so. Now, if perchance you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing, and then gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, I invite you to begin to reestablish connection with your body, perhaps wiggling your toes and your fingers, maybe rotating your wrists and your ankles. Continuing to reawaken the body, on your next inhale, I invite you to bring your heels toward your hips, your knees toward the ceiling, and you extend your right arm alongside your head so that your bicep frames your ear. Taking a moment here in this posture to prepare yourself to roll to your right side gently. And then when you are ready, and only when you are ready, gently roll to your right side, allowing that right arm to cradle your head and neck like a pillow. Take a moment here on your right side to prepare yourself to be upright again. And then when you are ready, and only when you are ready, I invite you to bring your left hand and arm in front of your torso and utilize your left hand to help leverage yourself back into a seated posture. Take a moment here in your seated posture to reestablish your supports and lengthen your spine to come present in the moment. And then as you find yourself established in your seat, I invite you to go ahead and once again float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow to arise in your heart space perhaps one more thing for which you are grateful. And as you sit in awareness of yourself, resting in gratitude in your space, I'll take this moment to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice with me. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, I invite and encourage you to stay here in grateful rest for as long as you like. And more importantly, when you do finally rise, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.